The former Speaker and Attorney General J.B. MUTURI is still injecting Kasongo. We all know the team that is going to take Kasongo home is being built up. One of the hypocrites, like RAILA who decided to eat with the person who was sending him away, they must be taken home. Both, remember, even RAILA is in his 80s. So this is a chance the ODM fraternity should use to prop up another person. I know it won't be easy, but this is the right time. So MUTURI came out to swear that they are going to take RUTO home. In fact, he said these statements. Here's the tape.
Huyu lakini ya kwanza ni kumngatua na mtamua. Huyu anaenda nyumbani mapema huyu. William Ruto rafiki yako. Huyu tunapeleka asubuhi haraka sana. Bado nyinyi marafiki? Ama mambo unajua mimi nimesema hivi. Yale mambo William Ruto amefanya zingine sasa siwezi zungumza hapa. Na wenzangu tunajua. Kwa sababu ile vitu wamepora ya mali ya umma, hii lazima irudishwe. Kwa sababu sisi ile kitu tunaomba wa Kenya, don't drop the ball. Kwa sababu ile uporaji inaendelea ya mali ya umma iko katika hali ya juu sana.
That is J.B. MUTURI. By the way, J.B. MUTURI is one of the sober leaders in the Kenyan politics. In fact, he would have had a chance of becoming president in case the court upheld GACHAGUA's impeachment. The only thing with J.B. MUTURI is not a lethal politicians. The biggest seat in Kenya, that's the president, is taken by lethal people. If you look at GACHAGUA's face, it is lethal. RAILA is lethal. Uhuru was lethal. Ruto was lethal. That's why I keep on telling people, the rightful person to take RUTO home is GACHAGUA. Because he matches his wrath. He doesn't fear. Power is taken by the fearless and the organized. The only thing GACHAGUA lacks is organization. He has not yet organized. In fact, if I was GACHAGUA, you call the secretariat of Uhuru Kenyatta to be a secretariat. Call it. You can get the finances, sit them down, promise them. Call that secretariat. It can work for you. To strategize on how, because Kenyan revolution is ripe. Even 3 months away in the United States of America is so much. GACHAGUA should come back here. First of all, start doing tours across Kenya. That's what RUTO did. Remember when RUTO was running in the 2020 general election, 75% of the rallies, he did them in mountain Kenya. Okay? 75, 20% in other regions, 5% in his home area. GACHAGUA should replicate that, because even when your people see you that you're gaining more people in other regions, they'll vote for you. Mount Kenya has already gone. There is no need for GACHAGUA to come on in mountain Kenya. It's time to move in other regions. Okay? Because even these people are ganging up. Hypocrite RAILA Amolo Odinga, after getting the hand check, is now ganging up. It even tells me that maybe God has a reason as to why he never made RAILA Odinga president. There must be a bigger reason. Maybe he doesn't want to be president. Even GACHAGUA at a certain point he came out to say that RAILA doesn't want to be president. Maybe it is true. Okay? In fact, GACHAGUA said this about RAILA Odinga. Here's the tape.
The minute he gets there, he doesn't intend to be president. He has no such intention. He's not interested. He likes power, but with no responsibility. And let me tell you, this cousin movement is the greatest thing to have ever happened in Kenya. Because our cousins have been misused by RAILA for a long time. Long time.
First of all, there's no dangerous narrative that scares Ruto, that brings him sleepless nights than the cousin narrative. It is so deadly. Because the cousin narrative has an undertone of Bantu versus the Nilotics. That's the undertone. And remember, the Bantu constitute almost 70% of Kenya. Let nobody lie to you. The Kenyan politics is tribal. Any leader who comes out to say that we must be national doesn't know what we are talking about. For as long as the tribal division is done in a positive way, it is good. Even in the United States of America, why do they speak about the black people, the Hispanic vote, the Jewish vote? They know Because in politics, anything can be used for galvanization. For as long as people don't fight each other, cut each other, tribe can be used as a base to galvanize people. Long ago, Raila Amolo would get his Luo vote, combined it with the Bantu vote, that is the lawyers and the Kambas, that propelled him to negotiate. Every time he has gone in government, he has left them that hypocrite. So if Gachagua comes out to coin the cousin narrative, it is an undertone of Bantu versus the Nilotic. And we all know, if that is successful, no one is going to defeat Gachagua. The one who came out to say that impeachment of Gachagua was a worst decision for William Ruto made a mistake. In fact, Gachagua is the kingpin of the opposition right now. All he lacks is organization. The cousin narrative is a bushfire. The Kambas are ready to vote for Gachagua. The Kisis, the cards which are somehow hard to get are now the Western, the Luya vote. The day you see Gachagua getting 40% of the Luya vote, it will be that day he will be in the State House. Let's continue.
He has been mobilizing my cousins from the Mlembe Nation, from the Kamba Nation, from the Luya from the Kisi Nation, from the Mijikenda Nation, from the Taita Nation, and mobilizing all those cousins and cheating them that he's sending them to Canaan. And because people have Canaan, my cousins fell for it for many years. The minute he gets there, he doesn't intend to be president. He has no such intention. He's not interested. He likes power, but with no responsibility. He doesn't want to take responsibility. So he creates problems. He is invited into government and starts eating. And that is why, like now, he is quiet. Because he's a very good observer of good manners. When you're on the table eating, you don't talk. So these cousins now have found their way as a family. And now all the cousins are talking the same language. So I saw Tinga the other day crying about cousins. He was crying in a funeral. Instead of mourning the late Phoebe Asio, he was mourning the loss of cousins from his grip. Because these cousins were mechanuka. And, you know, the other day when he brought problems, he was invited to the table by RUTO to eat together. He forgot all the cousins and went alone. Yet he wanted these cousins to eat. By the way, that is right.
Every time Raila has been invited on the table to eat, he has forgotten his comrades, who, by the way, are the propeller of his presidential bid. When he had a handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta, Mudavadi never knew, Wetangula never knew, Kalonzo never knew. The same when he had a negotiation with RUTO, Kalonzo ran helter to skelter. Even the position which we are given, the Wiper Democratic Movement never got. In fact, if I was Raila, I would tell RUTO to also appoint maybe Kalonzo in government, if Raila was genuine. But he ended up appointing his ODM sycophants. That shows you the contempt Raila Amolo has against the Kanus. So it is time for cousins to come up and take their own rightful place. And there is no time, there is no such a chance than supporting Gachagua. We must kick these people in the teeth. Let's continue.
See them every election. So whoever think of, let me tell you, don't talk about cousins. Keep off family matters. Hii ni mambo ya familia, si ndio? Mambo ya familia usiingilie. So the cousin movement is a great thing, and all cousins, all in-laws, all the people of Kenya are one family now. And all the people of Kenya now are cousins opposed to abductions and extrajudicial killings, and they are all speaking the same language.
So that is Gachagua. Gachagua is also lethal. He's a man to watch. Okay, and I was discussing with someone and told him that there are certain positions that are not just gotten just for. Even people are prepared for those positions, like the one for deputy president, like what Gachagua got. How can you tell? You think William Ruto was stupid to pick Gachagua amongst the most experienced politicians in Kenya and pick him as running mate? Do you think he was stupid? You think he was stupid? is so alight in him. And these young Turks who convinced to impeach him were wrong. It's the reason why no of the MPs in Mount Kenya who impeached Gachagua is now fighting him on again. Only Kimani Ichung'wah is remaining. Only him. Okay? And the Kimani of Laikipia. Others went man because they knew that Gachagua is a beast. Gachagua is going to take all those UDA politicians home. Wait for 2027. So Kasongo should go home. And the person to take home Kasongo is none other than Gachagua. Okay? If he comes back, he must start moving across the country. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make us by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more such videos. See you on another one. Peace.
Yes, Kawiye Sulaiman Mawagali. I am putting in my request to fly the NUP flag high in Makinde East constituency, so that I can represent the great people of Makinde East. Nkomyewo omulundi ogwokubiri n'obwongo nga bwesera nga busera. Ebiwandiiko byange mbirese bibino.